If you have a physical handicap or a physical disability, people are more accepting of you rather than if you have a mental illness, because they can't see it.
When Chris moved in with us, we were told he had ADHD.
We always knew that I was different when I was a little kid. But there were no tests back then to diagnose me.
She says, I'm 31 and I have bipolar disorder.
And I was taking between 400 and 500 milligrams of Zoloft a day, and it kicked me into mania.
One day, my wife came home and he was in the basement curled up in a ball.
We knew that something was horribly wrong with Jared.
I started hearing voices, and I'm starting to hear and see things that weren't there.
And from age 4 through the diagnosis at age 11, we were thrown into a whirlwind of not knowing where to go.
A fella in our support group found out his son was schizophrenic, and he felt like life was over and he just couldn't go on. And he said he walked into the group, and he, as his terms were, the redhead was laughing and cutting up, the redhead being Sharon, our director. He said, I knew that there was life out there.
Gently before my eyes, your face fills with light, and I realize hope is alive, alive, alive.
Because when you get diagnosed bipolar, your whole world just shuts down. It's like there's something wrong with you that you can't fix. And it was hard because a lot of people that were close to me, like my ex-wife, my ex-family, they left. I think the bipolar scared them. It scared me.
I'm sitting in this courtroom because people need to understand the trauma that the mentally ill people go through. I go to the courts with their families. I help them through the legal processes that they don't understand. I come into the courts just to be there for them when their families can't even be there for them. At times I've even been asked to testify on their behalf.
It was very difficult for us at first with my son because we did not want to tell anyone that my son had schizophrenia. Well, now we can easily talk about it.
At Pathway to Hope, I felt like they were talking to me and not at me, and they were working on people growing.
Pathway to Hope was there for me when I needed to have things happen.
It's got both the education piece and a support group piece with it.
I remember before Pathway to Hope, I never met anybody outside of the hospital that said, yeah, I have bipolar, or yeah, I have schizophrenia.
Pathways to Hope meetings are wonderful to me because it's kind of like instead of drawing, I can just talk it out.
The survivors in our group care for each other, listen to each other, and do not judge each other over our mental illness.
I was safe here. I felt safe here. Pathways to Hope has made me feel that way too.
Pathway to Hope was a godsend.
Thank you, Pathway to Hope.
Hope is the one word that all of us can have. If we don't have hope, we don't have anything.
Gently before my eyes, your face fills with light, and I realize hope is alive.
Things may not be perfect. They're going to cycle in and out, but they have hope. They know that there is hope for their loved ones, hope for themselves, and hope for the illness. And so that's why we named it Pathway to Hope. There is always hope. We never, ever give up hope.
Hope is alive.